This is the first story I've gotten about a possible werewolf. Let's read some Glitch in the Matrix stories. Hello, hi! I'd like to share with y'all a story I finally got comfortable enough to share. Quite honestly, I've gotten to the point where I don't give a damn if anyone believes me or not. Truth isn't for everyone anyways, I suppose. Anyway, so high school, I was the weird kid that no one liked. Needless to say, I spent a lot of time alone. However, there were woods behind my dad's house alongside Hickory Creek, North Texas area. One night, this is only my first of a few encounters, I was camping out in the woods. I'd done it many times before this happened. This night in particular, I felt strange walking to my normal spot. The smells were off and the constant feeling of being watched were heightened. So I set up a camp and got a fire going and was just enjoying the night for a bit. All of a sudden, I had a sense of dread come over me before I heard other footsteps. Now for context, I wasn't far from the nature trail, so I kind of brushed it off to some drunk people who typically wander through. But as time went on, I noticed how sounds got gradually closer. As one who is not a stranger to spirits and of the dead, again, it didn't bother me right away. That is, until it became within my space, just outside the light of my camp. At first, I couldn't see a damn thing until my eyes adjusted. Then I saw them, about 7 to 8 feet tall, bipedal figures in the shadows just beyond my campfire. It was 4 very tall, furry, humanoid creatures in each direction, one of which I could tell was female. She was different and was the one I interacted with first. Mind you, I was only a mile or two away from my backyard if I were to run through the thick brush in some spots. However, I felt that they were more curious than anything. They never did me any harm. That's another story. Are you saying there was another time that they did do you harm? They stood just outside the light just watching for what felt like forever. I had jerky on me, so I walked to the edge of the light and held it out to one, the female. Why are you giving them your food? Why are we luring them in? Some of you glitches are brave. I had jerky on me, so I walked to the edge of the light and held it out to one, the female. I felt the massive, gritty hand paw thing snatch my wrist so damn fast. Yes, I was fucking terrified. However, some part of me wanted to show them I meant no harm, lol. Okay, I maybe understand. She sniffed me all over and began grunting to the rest. She snatched the jerky from my hand with her other hand paw thing and dropped me. Wait, when you say dropped me, does that mean that she like picked you up by your wrist, or do you mean she just like dropped your wrist? The others made all kinds of noises, but I still couldn't really see them. All I did was toss pieces in the directions I heard them in and held the bag upside down when it was empty. Not gonna lie, I was terrified when I ran out because I wasn't sure if they were just gonna rip me to shreds afterward. Obviously they didn't, however, they came back much later. I'm sorry, does that mean that you stayed out in the woods? I somehow felt safe enough to stay and to fall asleep. Again, I was a teen who hated the world, so I was down for whatever, including death. Oh my God, really? I think that's why I did what I did. I remembered feeling and smelling wet dog noses sniffing me all over and different grunts and noises. I'd woken up in the middle of it and barely cracked one eye open to see 4 very large wolf-like beings around me and my camp. The female caught me and I closed my eyes pretending to be asleep, but I knew she knew I was awake. She pawed at me when I opened my eyes. I wanted to panic at first, but there was something very humanistic about her eyes. Then I looked at 2 others and the same thing. They made some clacking and cackling noises before just going up the hill away from me. Here's the main description. Tall, about 7 to 8 feet, very distinct muscular definitions, very wolf-like features, and stood on 2 legs. Again, not my first encounter by them and what I believe these 4 particularly. They never once harmed me, at least not intentionally, a minor scratch here and there from snatching things from me. Again, this was only the first encounter. Denton, Texas, also down the creek from Alton Bridge, aka Goats Man's Bridge. I have a story for that as well. Oh my God, what happened to the other encounters? I'm gonna repeat it again. You glitches are brave. This is the first story that I've heard like this. I have not heard of any werewolf-like creatures before. This is very intriguing. I wanna know what everybody thinks in the comments. Please let me know, has anyone seen anything like this before and what do you think? And thank you so much for sharing this amazing story. I'm Auntie Matrix, and if you like stories like these, make sure that you follow me and you can send yours to me right here to this email address. We believe you.